And welcome back to Horse Racing Today as we move over to Aqueduct, coming off a strong day at Churchill for Terry. He had his best bet win, his second day in a row. Nice big production there.
Something's happening.
What's happening?
It's got two things going.
Well, I don't. What do you mean you got two things going? We're live, so I don't know what you mean you got two things going. But anyway,
Yeah.
In any case, what? Are you all right?
Yeah, I fixed it.
All right.
It was
So
my
anyway,
problem.
there we go, folks. Well, no problems yesterday for Terry with his best bet. Kept our pick four streak alive, so we'll see if we can have at least one pick four every day this week and see if Terry can continue his best bet streak. Of course, it's always a best bet to get free picks over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet, a big night at Penn National. Hopefully, you took advantage of those free picks. There's a link in the description on YouTube. Kindly use that when the show is over. Over here at horseracingtoday.net, we'll post our picks, our Benny and the bets, as well as links to our smart sheets in the description on YouTube. There's an explanation on how to use them. And hit that HR Keybird button. Get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear for 20% off. If Terry keeps winning best bets at the rate he's winning best bets, folks, you should be decked out in all Horse Racing Today gear all of the time. First race we're going to do, race number 1 today. It's 7 furlongs. In just a second, you will see the profile of a winner floating down there below. You'll see that does favor some stalkers, but still 34% go wire to wire. We take a look at our smart sheets, Terry. It tells us who's got a good chance to get to the lead. And, well, quite frankly, they all do.
Yeah, they do, but the 4 has the best chance according to the data there. But all of them have some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, our race shape tells us everybody but the 2 wants to be on the lead, so it could be pretty hot early on. Speed of the speed, Terry, but maybe getting a good trip, at least one that looks a lot like your best performances. You'll find that right here in Comfort Zone. Who's going to get a trip today that might mirror when they've done well in the past?
Well, the 3 and the 4 both have 89.53% seasonal numbers, so they're going to be very comfortable in there, followed up by that 1 and 2.
We have a couple class droppers today over here. The biggest class dropper is the 4, Enduring Spirit. Also showed better early pace, better mid pace, and better fractions through the opening quarter mile. That's that front runner over there, Terry. Who is the front runner for top jockey, top trainer combo?
Well, the 4 is the best jockey according to the data. The 1's the best trainer, but I think the 1 is the best trainer jockey combination. So
yeah, well, we got a pretty strong simulation favorite with the 2 horse right there, 3-2, according to our 1,000 simulations. Although the 1 horse, when you pointed out with that jockey and trainer combination, Terry, has the best top total pace in there. So early pace plus late pace. Who's got the pace in your place?
I like 2 Dark Vector. Ran second versus similar in last race. Early speed running style helps chances. Best start speed is fast among today's starters. It has a nice high percentage winning jockey. Leading role, the 1 is second choice, drops in class. Row post is winning 20% rate. Trainer wins 22% of the races in the second start after claiming a horse, and the jockey has strong winning stats. The 6, my third choice, has shown that can win at Aqueduct and has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 26% of the claiming races she has a horse competing in. And number 3 is my long shot, Cool Hand Rich, has won 1 race out of 2 starts at Aqueduct. Earning early rich speed running style will help chances. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, I have the 2 horse, my top pick too in the opener, Terry. It looks like the bettors have the 2 horse as the favorite at the moment. Dark Vector, it's our simulation favorite. Top par plus, where we do 1,000 simulations to see how many times a horse can hit today's par speed figure. In this case, you see that's 84. So that one with the best chance to go to 84 today or better. Leading role, run back to the September 14th Aqueduct race, and that's enough to win again. Enduring Spirit, the 4 horse, likely pace setter, tied for the top season. I like when horses can get out front and will feel comfortable. Speed of the speed when everybody wants to be speed. Remember that. And then Cool Hand Rich. Everything's in the name, folks. And just perhaps the most upside in just its 4th career start. No Benny in the bets wagers for me. Let's see. Sometimes at Aqueduct, they go a little on the slow side. Let's take a look and see where they're at. Right now, the one horse has assumed the leadership. They're still kind of rolling around, Terry. So we can probably get through race number 2 if we go fast.
Okay.
Race number 2 if we go fast? I don't know. Let's try and see what happens. 1 mile, Terry. Early speed, a quarter of which go wire to wire. Outside horses better than inside horses. Where's the speed?
Outside is got speed, and the inside's got speed. Now those two and 6 could go head to head.
Yes, the 6 wants to be out front. Everybody else middle back. 5 is your top total pace horse. Terry, who's your top jockey trainer combination?
Well, the 7's best jockey, 2 the best trainer, but I think the 7's the best jockey trainer combination.
A bunch of in-race advantages. Skyliner, 5-point last race speed figure edge. The 3 with a huge late speed edge, 5 points equals 1 length. The 2, top total pace by a length. Let's see, Terry, they are lining up for that first race. Okay, real quick, your picks.
Okay, 2 brew pubs finished the money in the last 5 starts, winning once, and finished second in the last race. That has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 3 is my second choice, likes Parks Racing, been in the money 67% of the time, winning 33% of the starts. And today's distance, 50% of the time in the money, 25% of the starts. 6. Third choice, best speed, third speed is fast among today's starters. Blinkers are added. Number 7 is my long shot. It has a high percentage winning trainer. High speed figure at today's distance had a good workout on November 8th. And I'm going to play the pick 4, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5, 7 with 2, 4, 7 with 5, 9, 10, 12, $48 ticket.
So yeah, I have you see the 3, 2, 6, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 6, 7, 4, 7, 5, 9, 12, 14. When the show's over, go read the notes why I like it that. Race number 1 is running at the moment. The 6 horse, one of the horses that we thought would get to the lead, is indeed on the lead. That one is Wajda. Majestic Arc is below that one. So we take a look. I don't know. I pushed the screen off. All right. Yes, the Majestic Arc is running. That's 6 horses out there all by himself. Speed definitely at the moment looking pretty solid in race number 1. Let's see if anybody can run that horsey down. Doesn't look like it at the moment, although plenty of horses are closing in. 45-4 out on the front by yourself. I'm really not happy with that if I'm backing that horse, to be perfectly honest with you, because you're out there all by yourself and you're running blazing fractions. They're going to run by you at the end of the race, Terry, and that's exactly what they're about to do. Although that 4 horse is running all over the track like a madman, but he has gotten by the 6. Everybody else kind of flattened out a little bit. Here comes the 1. That one might come into second place. We shall see in a moment. But at the moment, it looks like it's going to go 4. Then 6, 1, 3. 4, 6, 1, 3. Enduring Spirit. That one is out there as your winner in the opener. Didn't have the trip. I didn't think he would be. We thought he'd be up on the lead, but that C-zone came through right there in race number 1. And that 4 horse went off at 7-2. Got bet down from a morning line of 8-1. So we talked about race number 2. Again, because of the race number 1 getting started, just head on over to horseracingtoday.net. You get all my rationale for my picks and my pick 4 over there. Say good morning to a couple folks over there. Hello, Rafa. Good day to you. And Edgar Tovar, how are you? Adrian Arroyo, looks like we have a lot of Spanish. How do you make the form with speed? What data are you using? What do you mean by that? Can you explain exactly what you mean? I don't want to answer the question and then not answer the right question. Yes, hello. And it looks like we got a lot of folks from Spanish-speaking countries today. Are you all in Venezuela? Where are you all coming from? Race number 3, Terry, is on our agenda next. That one, my friend, is 6 furlongs on the outer turf. Does favorite closers. 17% still go wire to wire. The inside 3 post positions, Terry, you see down there, I wrote stink. 4 through 7 is best. 8 and out gets a bonus. So you want to be a stalker in race number 3, Terry. And we don't see a stalker, but we do see one out there that's got a lot of speed.
Yeah, that 4 has a lot of speed compared to everybody else. I think it gets clean break and go that front first.
Yes, and this is a maiden claiming race for $50,000. You see that here. You see that right here as well. The number we want to pay attention to is this number right here. An 83 speed figure is usually what it takes to win at this level, Terry. And so far, only one horse has a par race. You see it right here. That's green.
Yeah, that's that 3. It's the only one that has it. The 3 is also the only one that shows, or at least it shows the best chance to equaling or exceeding the speed par number today.
And usually when you see horses like that, we're over here looking at first-time starters or second-time starters, and that's a big X. There ain't nothing in there. The 9 horse is your only pure class dropper. Everybody wants to be middle back, Terry. The 2, 8, and 11 not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. A couple things I'd look at here: C-zone. I'd look at jockeys and trainers, and maybe some value. So take us through those things.
Okay, well, you take a look there, and you can see that the 2 has the 2. Let's see, the 2, 5, and 7 are all above 50%. 2, 5, and 9 are all above 50% C-zone, so they're going to all be pretty comfortable in this race. And then if you look at the 2, it has a really good overlay from 8 to 1 to 10 to 1. 3 has an overlay 8 to 5, 5 to 2, and the 7's overlay is 5 to 2 to 8 to 1. The 5 is the best jockey, and the 7 is the best trainer. But you know what? I think the 1's the best jockey-trainer combination.
So, Nick, you're talking about the smart sheets. That's a horse racing today, original, exclusive, and proprietary. But I do have some good news for you, as Terry knows. I've been putting in a lot of midnight. And I can only, let me just say this, Nick. This is just version 1 of what's coming. And I'm working late hours. I'm not a good programmer. I'll be the first to admit that. But I am working with ChatGPT just on the Python side, just to help me write the script to take what's here, put it to the computer so that we can do this for every single race, thoroughbred race in the United States, Woodbine. And I'm also working on the ability to take it globally. So we'll be looking at England, we'll be looking at Ireland, we'll be looking at Hong Kong, we'll be looking at Australia first. Hopefully we can get all that done, but this is all on tap for 2020, the end of this year. We hope to get this part out by the end of 2025, maybe not, be close, and then roll out sometime in 2026 the international stuff on top of that. But there's a lot more that's coming that'll help horse players than what you see on the screen here. And believe me when I tell you, it's all stuff that I wish that I had access to that's forthcoming, I promise you. All right, Terry. Well, a couple of things here. The 3 horse with that yes is the big time simulation favorite, has the biggest in-race advantage of about a length and a half late speed. Top total pace. Does anybody beat the yes horse? Snare, race 3 for number 3.
Well, I want the 1. Hellacious, placed in 2 of 3 starts, drops a class a day. Trainer wins 26% of the time when moving from a maiden to a maiden claiming race, plus a high percentage winning jockey. And then 3 Snare, finished 4th as a favorite in the last race, trained by a trainer, wins 50% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again, has a high percentage winning jockey. And then number 5 Do is finished 3rd versus Similar in the last race, high percentage winning jockey. My long shot 7, Billy White Shoes, has a high percentage. What?
Do you remember him?
Oh yeah, I do. I remember that movie. Yeah.
Billy White Shoes, the football player who was like the original spiker of the football.
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah, he would go. He would like move his knees in and out and hold the ball up like this. I'll see if I can find it and put it up on the screen. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, anyway, he has a high percentage winning trainer, and best start speed is closest to the average winning speed. No additional bets for me here.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pull it up because we'll get some kind of copyright infringement violation from YouTube. And looks like they finally took us out of the penalty box, or at least let us put 1 foot back on the ice. But Google Billy White Shoes Johnson, and that's who I'm referring to. Okay. I think Snare is the only yes horse. Anytime there's an only yes horse, you have to have it in your picks unquestionably. Biggest in-race advantage of that late speed, very consistent. Number 7, Billy White Shoes Johnson, just needs to improve a little off his last. Really good turf breeding. How about it? The resume says, how about a better race? in the second start after a layoff, which would be better than probably anything most of these horses could put on the track. And Hellacious, the one horse. The rail sucks, but in my humble opinion, it's the best of the two pure maiden special weight droppers. And again, what I mean by that, a pure maiden special weight dropper, you see here like the two horse. Some of them go like from maiden to claiming and then back to maiden special weight. You'll see here that the one horse has never tried the maiden claiming ranks before. And many people say that's the biggest class drop in horse racing, the maiden special weight drop. Buenas tardes, unfortunately. Hello, Quingano, la primera de Aqueduct. Yes, indeed, sir. How are you today? A lot of Spanish today. Unfortunately, no habla español or poquito. That's it. Race number 4, Terry, is next on our agenda. Oh, I do have a trifecta box there with the 1, 3, 6, and 7 as some of my Benny in the bets. Pretty short field here in race number 4. All right, that one is going to be 1 1/8 miles. Early speed, 40% of the time it goes wire to wire. So if you're looking for wire to wire types, there's really 2 to look at.
Yeah, the 4 and the 7, and I think they're going to go head to head. I mean, it just depends on who gets the best break out of that gate.
Yeah, it says here the 4 has a little bit better early speed. 4 is a pressure horse. The 3 is really the pilot, co-pilot type in the race. 7's a PC. That makes it a little bit of left arrow horse, Terry. And since that horse can really go anywhere, it probably goes somewhere. But it looks like it's going to go where it can get an excellent trip.
Yeah, very, very comfortable. 91.42% is the figure there. And that means this horse is going to really like this race.
Yes, indeed. He's going to like it. Everybody come close to par there, Terry. Couple of class droppers in here with the 1, the 3, and the 4. Looks like a jockey trainer combination. A few in there that might merit some of your attention.
Yeah, well, the 2 shows the best jockey and trainer, so I think it's really the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, a lot of Spanish-speaking folks today. Thank you for the comments. It helps us a lot with the algorithm. So keep commenting. Even I don't care what language it's in. Just keep commenting. Peak. We'll take a peek at that. Terry, 8-point last race speed figure. The Godfather, Andrew Beyer, says a 3-point edge is usually enough. It's our simulation favorite. It's our top total pace favorite by a pretty good margin. I don't think it's your favorite to win, though.
No, I like actually 2, Bob John Ray. Won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, drops in class today, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and a high percentage winning jockey. Winter's Ghost, the 4 is my second choice, drops in class today. Early running style helps the chances and can improve while returning to a route. Peak, the 7, won at last race at Aqueduct, highest last speed rating, has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like the 3, OP Firecracker. He likes Parks racing, been in the money 56% of the races. I'm not Parks, I mean Aqueduct. And winning 11% of those starts, can handle the distance, finishing in the money 67% of the races, winning 17% of the starts. No additional bets for me here.
The 7-horse Peak. All that last race speed figure advantage over everybody else. By far the best C-zone and a left arrow horse. Number 4, Winter's Ghost. Tossed that last race out. The horse lost its footing out of the gates. Should revert back to its usual form, which is probably good enough to get here. Number 3, OP Firecracker. Very consistent performer, particularly at the distance where it's hit the board in 8 out of 12 starts. And then Bob John Ray in the money 3 out of 5 races at the AQ. And going back to the dirt track is very helpful. And I will point out, Commander in Performance, neither one of us picked it. It is the 5th horse in a 5-horse race. And again, in our library, you'll see we interviewed Stephen Fielder, who wins a lot of these horse racing contests, big bucks. And he mentioned in 5-horse fields, his strategy is real simple. Take the horse with the longest odds. That's going to be the 1 horse. Probably going to be the one that Terry and I regret not having in our picks.
Mm-hmm.
The 5th race marks the mid of the card today. 9 races at Aqueduct. This one's 1 1/16 miles on the turf. 7 races so far, none of which have gone wire to wire. Stalkers get the best of it, Terry. And you will see in here as well that there's a strong inside to outside for another maiden race where the speed figure is 80 in race number 5. Terry, do we have any horses that hit that 80 number?
Only one, which is the 12, but you have 2, the 9 and the 10 came within 3 points of doing that. So
again, when you have a bunch of no's in a maiden race, you want to look over here at first-time starters. Ideally, we want a number of 2.5 or better, or some back bullet workouts. We're not seeing any of that, Terry. Our race shape says of the horses with experience, the ones that have done well, closed. These 4 right here, not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. The 3, the 5, the 7. Today's their first start, Terry. Of the horses with experiences, which ones might get a trip that sets up okay for them?
Well, at 14 looks like it's going to be fairly comfortable racing in this race. Has the highest C zone in here. So
yeah, and the 14 also showed better pace and better fractions last time. Sometimes droppers, that's a good way to go in maiden races. Finding good jockey trainer combinations always a good way to go, and it looks like there's one in particular.
Yeah, that 5 has best jockey and trainer, and so it's the best jockey trainer combination in my opinion.
And a couple of things here. The 12 is a pretty big simulation favorite. The 10 not that far behind. Big drop off from there. 6 could get out to the front and go all the way. You got the 10, the 9, the 11, 4, your top total pace horses, Terry. It's a maiden special weight race. A lot of horses that haven't shown much. It's a wide open race. What do you got?
I like the 12, Live in the Breeze, trained by a high percentage winning trainer jockey, has high, strong win rates, and best start speed is fast among today's starters. And then 10, Kara's Dream Chaser, as my second choice, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning jockey. And then Silly Season, the 5, is a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she'll like the grass, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and ridden by a high percentage winning jockey. And then number 9 is my long shot, finished the money in 2 races out of 4 career starts. Both of her trainer and jockey have strong win percentages, and she has a good workout on November 4th at 4 furlongs. No additional bets for me here.
I have the 9 horse Rain Man Hall, top selection for me in the Keystone race, number 5. Highly consistent horse in a field full of highly inconsistent horses. Solid maintenance workout. Maybe we'll see the best of Rain Man Hall. Live in the Breeze is the only yes horse in the field. You got to have him. Just the 3rd career start, so plenty of upside. Starship Ava just missed at this level last out and has its best published workout. I love that combination where the horse comes to life and then follows it up with an excellent workout. Number 5, Silly Season. You got Chad Brown. You have Flavian Pratt on a first-timer that might have the best turf breeding in the field. I'm going to do a trifecta, 5, 9, 12, 14 with the 9, 12, 14 with the 5, 7, 9, 12, 14. Lots of numbers, but for 50 cents, it only adds up to $13.50. The last pick 4 is going to start in race number 6, where they're going to go 1 mile and 3/8. They've had 8 races so far. 2 of them won by horses that could get to the lead and keep the lead. Mr. Terry, you find that the post positions, they tend to favor the rail. It gets a little bit of a bonus. 2 and 3 is the best. 4 and out get discounted. So if there's anything on the inside that's got tactical speed, could have a good chance, but not really.
It doesn't appear so. It looks like to be that 7 come 11 will go out up there and go to the front, going head to head.
7 come 11. Is that craps terminology, Terry?
That's it.
Yes. Showing your degenerate bona fides, right? Not only does Terry bet on horse racing, he's out there with the chips on black, red, and 7-11.
Yeah.
Yeah. I that's one of the games I go to when I'm struggling, and I go bet the don't come line because the 7's going to hit more than anything else. And you have to be very, very quiet when you're doing that, right?
Yes.
Hello, Elvis. How are you today? I should have named my child Elvis. I like that name. As far as our race shape, pretty balanced in here, though a little bit heavy towards this early speed over there, Terry. But we do see 2 horses that, no matter what, maybe a few horses with some strong comfort zone readings, meaning today's race could mirror their best performances so far.
Yeah, but the 8 has really good one at 91.5 0.74%, followed up by that 11. And then, like you said, there's 3 or 4 others that are going to be fairly comfortable in here.
Yeah, but only one where you want to identify the jockey and trainer.
Yeah, the 8 is the best jockey and trainer according to the data.
This is something I call 5 ways better: better early pace, better mid pace, better late pace, better fractions. I've seen a lot of horses make their way to the winner's circle with that 5 ways better. Keep an eye out on that too, Mutawad, which is a strong, really about as strong as a simulation favorite. I mean, 4 to 5, and the next closest one is almost double digits. The 5 horse over here has the top total pace of 5 points, so early pace and late pace. Says it could be a 1-length win. Is it the sim fave, Terry? Is it the top total pace? Is it something for you different in race 6?
Well, I like the 5, Duran. Won last race at Aqueduct, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then 3, Space Legend, drops in class, comes in from Great Britain, and has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 26% of the races when shipping to the U.S. and switches high percentage winning jockey. The 2 is my third choice, Best Turf Speed is fastest among today's starters, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey as well. Create Trouble, the 1 is my long shot, won his last race, has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm going to play the second and last Miami Vice, Don Johnson, pick 4. 1, 2, 3, 5 with the 6, 7 with the 5, 6, 7, 8, followed up by the 3, 4, 8, $48 ticket.
Yeah, I have the 2 horse as my top selection, and Christopher D'Souza has the 5 horse Durand as his top selection with the 5, the 8, and the 2. 5 was going to be right here. It was a toss up between the 9 and the 5. I went with the 9 in my case, but I have Mutawad. That one is the big simulation favorite, just its 3rd race. Lots of untapped potential in that guy. Number 3 is next for me, Space Legend. This is an English horse whose form over there is beyond the level that it's facing today. He's here absolutely to pick up a check because he's not in for a price. You see $50,000. This one's in for 50 grand, but this 3 horse over here, not in for 50 grand. Should benefit from that first Lasix too. They're here to cash a check today. Number 6, King d'Oro, the King of Gold. Very strong late run in its last race. Does have a bullet workout between races. There you go. There is that same pattern. Big improvement, strong workout, second start after a layoff. Bring home the big cheese, King d'Oro. And then I went with the 9 horse. What's a tough call for me over that 5 horse, Duran? But this is an Irish Invader, very good turf breeding, and it's going to benefit from Lasix and has a ton of untapped potential in just the 3rd start. My pick 4 is going to go 2, 3, 6, and 9, 2, 7, 5, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I have a $5 exacta key box with that 2 horse with the 3, 6, and 9 because those other horses offer a lot of value. And that's it. Race 7, 3 races to go for you and me this week, Terry. In the 7th spot, they're going to go 6.5 furlongs. And we'll see here that it's 6.5 furlongs again. Early speed, Walter Payton, 34, wire to wire. 2 through 7, good. Inside the rail, outside, 8 and out. Barbell bad. Terry, inside speed in race number 7, ticket to the winner's circle. Who might cash it?
That's that 3. It's inside, just one other horse on the inside of it, and it's got a 39.25% chance to get to that first quarter pole.
Big fan of Interceptor for Nick. Keep an eye out on that, folks. And then if you had something over here, I have like the kitty cat with glasses. Beautiful. I have a picture of my dog like that with glasses on. Makes him look smarter for sure. Everybody's come close to hitting par, Terry, or hitting it, so it's a pretty open race from that respect. Our simulation says everybody can do it again today. So in these races, value might be the play. What value would you think about playing?
Well, the 2 has from 13 to 1 to 20 to 1, and the 3 is a overlay from, the 2 is 6 to 1 to 10 to 1. The 3 is an overlay from 13 to 1 to 20 to 1, and the 8 is a 3 to 1 to a nice 12 to 1.
Just to make change, he hasn't run yet in race number 3, but they're about to go. So keep an eye out on that one for race 2. Hasn't run yet. Our race shape, Terry, 2 in the front. Everybody else in the back. One horse, a few horses. Strong chances today to find a race that fits the way they want to run. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, they do. You can see there that they all look pretty good as far as hitting or exceeding the speed par number in the past.
So we'll be talking about this in just a minute over here. So the 6-horse Army Girl, 5-point last race speed figure edge. That's usually enough to win. But a 6-point late speed edge for the 7. That's usually enough to win. Terry, this is your best bet of the day. Why do you think the 6-horse Army Girl is going to make it 3 in a row for you?
Yeah, and it is going to be 3 in a row. And if you bet the way I suggested yesterday, you would have made a profit of $400 plus. And also, I singled it in the pick 4 and hit that last pick 4. So anyway, I like Army Gal. The 6, she won 3 races out of 5 starts at Aqueduct. So she likes the track. Highest last speed rating, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 7 is my second choice, drops in class, is trained by a trainer who wins 26% of the time when he uses Lasix for a second time, has the top speed in today's field, and features strong trainer jockey stats. Number 3, Philly Crystal, finished in the money in her last 7 races, winning 2 of those, and ran 3rd in her last. Early speed running style helps the chances. I like the 10 as my long shot. Grammy Girl, finished in the money in 8 out of 10 starts, winning 3 of the races, including the last start. Trained by a high percentage winning trainer, wins 25% of the dirt races, and has a bullet 3 furlong workout on November 9th. I bet $20 to win on the 6, and then it's $10 exacta 6-7 and a box, and then an exacta 6 on top with a 3-7-10, $5 exacta box 3-6-7.
So real quick, I have the 7-horse, and then we'll go back to race number 2 so that we can talk about that. Senza Parole top, total pace 6 points, coming down from a grade 2. The 2-horse, Despo's Dream, better fractions, top C zone, big price. I'll take it. Number 3, Philly Crystal, strong chance to be on the lead all by myself. And then finally, Army Girl, top last race speed figure, 5 points clear of the next closest horse. Rerun that race. It's a wrap, and she's wrapped it up 3 out of 5 at Aqueduct. Trifecta box for me, 2, 3, 6, and 7. Here's our thoughts for race number 2X, so that way that you know what we have going on there. I don't know. Let me just translate some of this stuff to English so I know what people are saying. First Shadow Friend put straight in the private. I don't play all of them. I only have 7 Shadow Friend. I don't know which race. So you guys are all talking to each other? Okay, I get it. For Churchill Downs. All right, fantastic. So there are our picks for race number 2. Terry, real quick, do you want to run through why you like what you liked in race number 2?
Yeah, okay. In race number 2, I like Brew Club, the 2, finishing the money in the last 5 starts, winning once and finishing second in the last race. So very competitive horse, best start speed is fast among today's starters, has a high percentage winning jockey. And then system change, like Aqueduct Racing, finishing the money 67% of the time, winning 33% of the starts at today's distance, 50% of the time in the money, 25% of the starts who won. The 6, my third choice, best start speed is fast among today's starters, and blinkers are added today. 7 is a long shot, has a high percentage winning jockey, highest speed figure at today's distance, and has a good 4 furlong workout on November 8th.
Yeah, and for me, as they load for race number 2, System Exchange has the biggest race edge. It's about 12 lengths, so about 2.5. Doesn't think it's close at all coming out of the turn. Ain't going to hold it off. Brew Pub, top total pace, 5 points clear of everybody else. Runs effectively half of the time, finishing in the money at the distance at a mile. Suerte, the 6-horse, had a wide trip in its last race, so skinnier field today is helpful. And then the 1-horse Skylander ran the top last race speed figure, 5 points clear of anybody else. And any improvement in the second start off and layoff, they ain't catching that one, folks. So now you don't have to go over to horseracingtoday.net to get my thoughts for race number 2. You can go over there in just a minute, though. You'll see right here, it'll say Aqueduct picks for today. If you click on that, there'll be a race replay. There will be all of our picks as well as our reasoning and our Benny and the bets, Terry's best bets suggestion in there as well. When you're there, hit that HRT gear button. Come on over to here. Get yourself some horse racing today. Shirts, T-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, coffee mugs, barbecue aprons, you name it. It's there. Kindly do that. 20% off to support the show. There is a link to a tip jar in the description on YouTube. If you like what we do, and Terry hit $600, $400 for you yesterday. Buy him a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever. We would greatly appreciate that. And then, of course, Terry, as they load tomorrow, Thomas and I will do Foreign Friday at Caulfield in the land down under. So tell us a little bit about how you can watch that.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to it, and also X, and then hit that little bell on YouTube so it notifies you about all the programs coming up. Make sure that you copy the link, share it with everybody you know. They can come check us out. I know they're going to like what they see. Then go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And also keep these comments coming in your picks. We really like to see it. It helps us out a lot.
It's just like the thing on fire. That's right. The old burn 3 burner. Yeah, a lot of times I just put it on fire, so I'll put the thing in there when mine goes out, where the burners are. But some of them have the thing where if it doesn't take the gas. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So it can be tough. I agree. All right, so race number 2. Let's go over here, see what we're looking at there. We think the 6, well, it looks like it could be pretty heated when the gates open for sure. Here are our picks for race number 2. Christopher D'Souza says take the 3, system change, and the 7, Tagauchi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but however you pronounce it, that's the name of that horse. And in race number 2, they're set. They've panned out to the front of the gates, and off they go. And according to our smart sheets, the 6 horse would get the lead. And guess who has the lead, Terry?
6 horse.
All by himself. The gray, the beautiful gray, running all by himself. Although the 5 horse has decided he wants to challenge. No, that's the 7 horse there. So the 7 horse getting into that mix, running a little bit different than it may have in the past. So right now, Suerte, the 6 horse, is your pace setter. The 7 horse, right behind him in Tubache, or however you might pronounce that horse, 23 and 17, maybe a little bit on the quick side for a mile, but maybe not. So 1 turn mile where speed does pretty well. The 6 and the 7 continue to hold sway. The 5 horse, he's coming pretty well at the moment. The 3 horse down on the rail. He's trying to save some ground as they make their way through the turn. Say at the moment, it's tough to say who's going to do what. At this moment, it's between the 6 and the 7. 6 got the inside track over to 7. The 7's kind of going up the track a little bit, but I think the 3 horse just got the lane to run right through there. He went right through there, so it's going to be the 3 horse. And I think the only question with the 3 horse at this point is going to be margin. And it's going to be a pretty big one, I think. Although the 5 horse is trying to make up ground. The 3 horse just switched leads. It's accelerating away. It's going to go 3, 6, and 7. That's how race number 2 takes hold. 3, 6, and 7. Speaking of 2s, we have 2 races to go. That puts us into race number 8 for this week, Terry. And in race number 8, we are looking at a mile on the turf. This one is another maiden race. 83 being the speed figure.
You have
the average winner.
Rich, you have 9 up there instead of 8.
Oh yeah, well that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
This is not a maiden race. This is a stakes race for 125 grand, but it is a mile on the turf. I got that part right, Terry.
Yeah.
So for a mile on the turf, none have gone wire to wire in 7 races. None have won from the rail. 2 and 3, it's the best place to be. Everything else gets a discount. Terry, so if 2 and 3, well, I guess the story of this race will be early on with that 5 horse.
Yeah, the 5's going to really come out of there like it's shot out of a cannon. So,
yes, you knew it. I had that 3 as my top pick too. Who won the 4th race? Won the 4th in the first. Yes, the 4 won in the first race. Yes. Wide open stakes race, really strong betting race. I agree with you in this regard. Maybe a lot of times in these wide open races, a couple numbers I like to look at are the C zones, because when these races are wide open, getting a good trip really matters, Terry. So in that case, what matters here?
Well, as you can see, that the best C zone is that too at 85% number, but there's also a couple others in there, the 6 and the 8. They also are above that 50% that we like. So they'll all be pretty comfortable in this race.
Sometimes another place to look in open races, Terry, are the connections. Who puts the dots together the best?
Well, the 8's best jockey, 5 best trainer, according to the data, but I like the 8 as the best trainer jockey combination.
Yeah, that 5 horse with all that speed and a field that mostly wants to be middle back. That's a left arrow horse. Those horses a lot of times get to the front. They stay in the front. The 5 horse has the top last race speed figure, 5 points better than everybody else. It is your simulation favorite, although the 9 horse back here, Terry, 6-point total pace edge. I agree. It is a wide open race. Churchill Downs. I don't have a Churchill Downs prediction today, but you can get the Churchill Downs picks over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. A link in the description. Head on over there. All of this information is used in that respect. Who, Terry, wins the first leg of the late double?
Well, as you can see there, I like the 8 Fancy Lights. Placed in all 3 starts, won the last race, now with the top trainer and high percentage jockey. 7 Cosmic Candy Girl won the last race at Aqueduct, has a high percentage winning jockey and a good workout on November 7th. I like the 5 as my third choice. She also won at Aqueduct and then shares the fastest speed turf today, trained by a top trainer with a 28% win rate, switching from sprint to a route and paired with the high percentage winning jockey. And then Miss Moxie, number 6, it's my long shot, finished in the money in all 3 starts, winning twice. Her breeding indicates true potential, and she has a dam who produced the turf winner. She is trained by a high percentage winning trainer and rides with a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
So X over at Churchill, the opening picks at Guaranteed Tip Sheet are 5, 2, 3, and 4. But yes, indeed, we are due that. There's a chance the way we do this is going to change, folks, and the way it'll change, if it changes down the line, and it'll all correspond with what we're doing here, will be, well, if it changes, we'll talk about it then. There's no sense in getting the cart in front of the horse until we actually have a horse. Number 7 in race number 8, the 7 for me is my top choice. Cosmic Candy Girl. A little bit of racing luck, and this horse is undefeated in 3. Fancy Lights has 3 solid workouts between races. Number 5, Maria Callas or Caius. Top last race speed figure, 5 points better than everybody else. It is the simulation favorite, and we saw in our smart sheets, going to be out on the lead as a closer. It won't forget how to run at the end of the race. And then Scared Goddess, top total pace, 6 points better than everybody else. And this one, unlike most of the others in here, has been facing up very competitively versus competition at this level. Another trifecta for me, 5, 7, 8, 9 with 5, 7, 8, with 1, 5, 7, 8, and 9 as the $13.50 trifecta. Again, the last race for you and me this week, Terry, is race number 9. I alluded to that one accidentally just a few minutes ago. It is a mile on the turf. And if we take a look at a mile on the turf, what did I do here? I have 1 16 miles on the outer turf. I don't know what the hell I did there, Terry. I screwed it up. All right. But anyway, it is a maiden special race, Terry. We do know. What? No, I am really goofed up. All right. 1 16 miles on the outer turf. Bang. I didn't screw it up. 0 for 7, going wire to wire. Strong inside out. 83 is the speed figure that the average winner produces. And in race number 9, does anybody get to that level, Terry?
Yeah, you can see the 3, the 4, the 6 all got either equaled or exceeded the speed par number. The 7 and the 9 are maybes. They came within 5 points of doing that.
Churchill Downs, is race 1 gone yet? We got 10 minutes to race number 1. That 5 horse is a 2 to 5 favorite, so I mean, I would probably not bet the 2 to 5 personally, but everybody can make their own judgments, right, Terry?
That's right.
Our race shape, the 4 and 5 want to be out front. Looks like the 4 will be out there. 6, 7, and 9, they want a co-pilot. The rest of these folks want a closer. Should favor speed, Terry. Does look like one horse in here has a great chance today to find a trip to its liking.
Yeah, that 5 really has a nice C-zone number, 91.32%, followed up by the 7 and then the 9. So the 5, 7, and 9 are all going to be very comfortable in this race, and the 4.
I got 2 class droppers, the 2 and the 3, Terry. And who's got the class for the connections?
Well, the 1's the best jockey according to the data. 7 the best trainer, but I think the 9 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Now, we talked about 83 being the speed figure that hits here. Our Par Plus, where we do 1,000 simulations, where we calculate out using our special sauce proprietary, says that there's 3 horses in here, Terry. They have already hit par, the 3, the 4, and the 6, with an excellent chance, over 50% chance today to score that again. Maybe take at post time one of those 3 that has the highest odds. The 3 horse is the 3-point last race speed figure horse. It is a pretty heavy simulation favorite, although Wicked Improbable, the 4 and the 6 grade out higher from a top total pace, early plus late pace perspective. Terry, who grades out as your top pick in the finale today?
I like the 4, Wicked Improbable. Finished in the money in 3 races out of 4 career starts, running second versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, a Bourbon for Toby. The 3 is placed in 7 of 10 starts, drops in class today, has top speed, turf speed, and is trained by a successful trainer. And then number 8, Tis Freedom, my 3rd choice, ran second versus similar in last race, trained by a high percentage winning trainer and ridden by a high percentage winning jockey as well. Lemo, the 9, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and a bullet workout on November 2nd. That's it for me. No additional bets. I'm out of money.
You know, if somebody out there knows of a translation plugin that we can use for the likes of YouTube, where Terry and I are talking in our native language, English, but it automatically translates it to Spanish, please let us know. You can do that, gtsrichb@gmail.com, or you can direct message me, DM me over at HRTRich on Twitter. I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, it didn't pay a lot for the 3 horse to win, but as our good friend Terry says, where can you make 60% on your money in a minute and 16 seconds, folks?
That's correct.
Nowhere. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than that. That's English right there, folks. The 3 horse, a Bourbon for Toby, top last race speed figure, 3 points clear of the next closest competitor. Simulation favorite, also ran some better early pace and better fractions on a class dropper, the biggest class dropper. No other horse can make that claim. Number 6, disclaimer. That should probably be the name of our show. It's just one giant disclaimer. But very super consistent horse, just missed after early race issues last time out. Clean up the start, and maybe you make a clean trip to the winner's circle. Wicked Improbable, the 4 horse, top total pace horse. Another one that last time out just missed at this level. And then finally 5, Operation Overlord, a Z pattern. Let's talk about that real quick again, in case you're new to the show. A Z pattern for race number, the 5 horse. You see here last time out, 673 was the early pace. Then it dropped to 62. So there you got that dip. And then it came back to life, second wind, Z pattern. In room for this horse to really make some great gains in its 3rd career race. Another trifecta for me, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the 3, 4, 6. And then with the 3, 4, 5, 6, 11 blue pill. That one could pop for sure at 50 to 1, folks.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right. So let's take a look at our full picks for today, Terry, before we head up and out of here. Full picks for today. Let me just put a couple of other things on there. You can see our stuff down there again, where you can subscribe to our show. Our full picks in race number 1, the 4 horse 1. Race number 3, the 3-horse won that. I guess that means in the next race, a horse that neither one of us has, Terry, the 2-horse could be your winner. But here's the way we see the rest of the card. Do we have any agreement anywhere? No horses the rest of the way. Do Terry and I agree we'll win?
We're pretty out of agreement. The only one we really agreed on was the very first race, according to what I see.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of interesting because usually we have a little bit more agreement down the line.
Yeah.
Race number 3, I have a 50-cent trifecta box with the 1, 3, 6, and 7. Race number 4, no bets, short field. But again, remember, Stephen Fielder angle, the longest shot in a 5-horse race. Race 5, another trifecta in a wide open race. Race number 6, we have the late pick 4, as well as an exact key box for me with the 2-horse, Mutawid. Race number 7, Terry's best bet, again going for 3 in a row. He put $400 extra in your pocket yesterday if you played that. Be smart. Take some of those profits off the table, but put some of them to work today on Army Gal and hit that tip jar, folks. Let us know you appreciate what we do. Race number 8, a trifecta box. Race number 9, a trifecta box. Again, free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. The free picks today are over on, I always forget, Finger Lakes, I think, Terry, today, right?
Yeah.
Finger Lakes and a muddy track. Please use the description there. We had a big day at Penn National. Again, putting some money in your pocket for free. Great show. Thank you, Nick. We appreciate that. We're going to put that in our testimonials. We really appreciate that. Again, you can get some our picks and thoughts there. HorseRacingToday.net. Get your Horse Racing Today gear. We'll see you tomorrow at Caulfield. Before then, Terry, any great words of wisdom from you?
Well, just stay safe. Stay out of the rain. It's raining like crazy here in Northern California. And, just treat everybody the way you want to be treated. If you're playing the horses, good luck. And I hope you have a great day doing that or anything else you're doing. And I'll see you on Monday.
Yeah, I guess that rain, our good friend Sean says that Del Mar will be canceled on Saturday. Those races move to Sunday. They will race tomorrow, so keep that in mind if you're a Del Mar horse player.
They're actually moving the post time back to 12 o'clock tomorrow too.
Yeah, so a much earlier start than usual. So keep an eye out for that, folks. We already have our thoughts ready for Friday at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. We're always ready over there, folks. So make sure you head on over there for your full racing needs. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this Thursday, this terrific Terry Thursday, as he goes for a trio of best bets, we certainly hope that you have God's grace, God's favor, every single thing that you do until we get together again for Caulfield ends up in
the winner's circle.
Yes, as always, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.